Okay, so normally I do my own hair. Okay, so hear me out. I've been bleaching my hair for the past 2 years, coloring my own hair, removing my own color, no problems, no issues, no patchiness, no stripes, no nothing. Okay? Using ion semi-permanent colors always, and the Blonde Brilliance line at Sally's, and it works just fine. I went to go get my hair professionally done, and they've literally destroyed my hair. So you can see here, like, here's you can see it better. I'm platinum basically here at the roots. Then we get here, where I had done a semi-permanent from here down, and I did the semi-permanent on virgin hair. And they didn't use a color remover. Prior to doing my hair, they didn't do a test strand. They just went straight into bleaching the hair. And this is what I'm left with. I basically have like a level 9-10 at my roots that goes into, I don't know, this could be an 8 maybe, and then we're down at a level 10 again, and it's all just falling out. Like, and then last night I talked to the owner, and he said, oh, well, since we couldn't get you blonde the first time, and since we still have a ring in your hair and we can't seem to remove the color, we're just gonna have you come in. Can you come 1:30 tomorrow, and I'll do it personally, and you won't have any charge for your next visit. We're just gonna fix it and make it right and make it look good. So I went in today, and I had them, he wanted to do a test strand. Now what got me was, it's visible here. This is how the hair went in. This really light level 10 down here. He decided to do a test strand, which is fine. You can do a test strand if you're careful. He chose to do a test strand here. So now all this is gummy. If I pull on it, it'll come right out. See? So he did a test strand, and he did it from the band almost all the way down to the ends. So now all this hair here is going to melt off. He didn't offer to cut it. He didn't offer to do anything. All he offered was, after he saw it and did the test strands back here and back here, because I have another one here where the hair's all gummy too. See? Look at that. Look at that. After he did the test strand, no.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. So that clip, part 2 of that clip will play a little bit later on in the video. I just want to come in and say, hey, I hope you guys are doing amazing. So we have a series going on where we're going to different states. In today's video, we'll be in Nevada, mainly Vegas area. I thought it would be cool to include reasons to move or not to move to the area. With Nevada, it was kind of hit or miss. It is a tourist state, so I thought it'd be interesting to hear why people move to or move out of Nevada before we got into our beauty videos. Now, there's some good things and some bad things, as with all states. So guys, check out the video and I'll be back.
I lived in Las Vegas for almost a year now, and here are the 5 things that I've learned since living here. First and foremost, it is Nevada, not Nevada. My whole life I said Nevada, but quite literally at the DMV, there was this huge wall that says, it's Nevada, not Nevada. So I had to correct that. The second thing, no one who lives here actually goes to the Strip that often, or Fremont Street. I never liked Fremont Street, even when I was a tourist. My cousin sent me a TikTok where they're like, Fremont Street is like the Fortnite lobby. That is so spot on. Just a little too chaotic for me, a little too chaotic. But most people do like the off-strip casinos and stuff, which I love, particularly Durango. That's my fave. Number 3, the Californians who live in Vegas have the same negative stigma that the New Yorkers who live in Florida do. So like when you see a California license plate, you want to avoid them just the same way when you see a New York license plate in Florida, you're like, oh, here we go again. 4th, even though it's called Sin City, there are still a ton of things that are family friendly, wholesome, fun to do out here. Literally our first day living here, we had to start off at a hotel before our original rental. Right now we're in our own house. On the elevator with our twin daughters, and this guy looks and goes, kids in Vegas. I held up their bottle and I was like, yeah, we got to get them started young. Like, what? We have a church out here. We go to more museums. All the parks are way cleaner than any ones that I've been to in Florida. Same thing with the libraries out here. A lot more activities. It has so many things to do with families. A lot of nature stuff, just a short drive away. And number 5, it is pretty hard to make friends out here though. I found that generally people are a lot nicer out here than in Florida, but because everyone's kind of coming and going, the same way that it was in Tampa, everyone was coming and going, it does make it hard to build real connections because most people either just got here or they're already plotting to leave. So, I don't know. But let me know what I'm missing or what else I need to learn. And this bowl is delicious.
The top reasons why you need to move from California to Las Vegas. We have way lower priced properties out here, way more affordable living, no state income tax, and no corporation tax. Not to mention incredible employment opportunities with large corporations moving their headquarters to Las Vegas. We've got incredible schools out here in Summerlin, like public, private, and charter. We've got beautiful, well-maintained parks everywhere, golf courses, and such incredible entertainment and restaurants just 20 minutes away from Summerlin to the Las Vegas Strip. And my personal favorite part, way less traffic than California. So if you feel like you're ready to make the move, please contact. Here are the top 4 reasons.
So I lived in Vegas for about 8 years, and these are my reasons why I moved from Vegas. The school system sucks. Why isn't nobody talking about the school system in Las Vegas? Las Vegas have the worst schools. Like, really. If you have kids, you better consider, because it just might not be the place. The heat. Oof. You can literally fry an egg on the concrete during summertime, like extremely hot. And even Africa is not that hot. Gambia is not that hot. Like, now talking about the water, y'all, my face was not thriving and my hair was not thriving in Vegas. That water, just go ahead and get a water softener. In my experience, every time I go out, people ask me what I do for a living, and I tell them I'm a hairdresser. But because I'm an attractive girl, people automatically assume that I'm a dancer or I'm a stripper or something. This is no shade to people that work in the industry, because I know it's big. It's pretty big in Vegas, and it's a lot of, dancers and stuff like that, and, people just doing their hustle. So nothing against you guys, but I'm just saying, at some point it gets really annoying. Just because I have a pretty face doesn't mean that I don't have a job or I don't have any skills or whatsoever. I had a lot of friends in Vegas, but the things that I like to do for fun was not available for me. It was a lot of gambling, drinking, nightlife, which I'm not much of a nightlife type of person. So usually I'm one of the few that do not drink, when we go out and have fun and stuff like that, And I'm not much of a clubber. I'm grown. I like lounges now. That's one thing that I did enjoy, like nice lounges, of course. That chapter is over, but if you are an immigrant, places like California and New York and other states that are blue states is a better option than being in Las Vegas. I'm just saying, in my experience. Now, if you are single and you want to move to Vegas, consider. This one is not for me, but I know of a lot of people that moved from out of town with their spouse to Las Vegas and they ended up divorcing. Some of the reasons were gambling, drinking, blowing up the savings, like just being outside. And also get ready to be booking those tickets, because honey, you're gonna have to fly everywhere. Anywhere around America that you want to go to other than California and Arizona, you're gonna have to fly, because it's kind of far. I've known people that decided to keep their primary doctor in other states because they could not find a great doctor. This is not me, I'm just saying, I'm a hairstylist, so I know all the tea. They literally had to keep their primary care doctor. So these are the things that was kind of like for me in Vegas, like it wasn't like but it was like and yeah, I was just ready to just go somewhere else and start a new life. And yeah,
I will never again in my life live in Vegas. I'm moving in 6 days, and I see a lot of people talking about how they moved to Vegas and they regret it, and I'm going to share my experience for anybody who is planning on moving here or even coming from California here. I just want to prep you and share with you my experience. I've been here for 4 years. I moved out here during the pandemic from California, and I have hated it for quite some time. I think 2 years in, I was already ready to leave, and I'm 2 years past the due date to go. One, the only people that seem to love it here are people that were born and raised here, and even half of those people don't like it here. There is no community unless you have built one from high school. There's no community. The people that I bonded with are people that also came here from California that also hated here. That's who I bonded with. The people in general here are very standoffish, that have been here for a very long time. The only people that are, appealing and talk to you and are very community-like, they're not from here. But people that are, they're standoffish, and it's because it's kind of a vulture-like just environment here. It's very entertainment, it's very much money hungry. Vegas is the only place I've ever been to where the church is involved in MLM scams, and yeah, that was my first time ever hearing about that. Some church folk walked up to us, and I guess their MLMs just are so deeply involved in the church, and they even have the church promoting it. It's crazy. I've never seen such a thing. Food here is mid, especially coming from California. They have a lot of vegan options in California. Gluten-free is a thing out there. I'm sure if you came from also like Miami or even Houston, certain places by a coast, they have better food. Here you're in the middle of the desert, and everything tastes old to me. Like, it tastes like it's been on a truck for the last couple of days to get out here because you're in the middle of nowhere. Nothing's fresh. The only good place me and my husband really liked out here was Crossroads, which is a fine dining restaurant that, you know, is gonna charge. You're gonna leave there, spend $100 at the minimum. And then the summers are crazy. So let me just tell you about the summers. You will not go outside at all. For the last 4 years, summers, I'm inside. The summers have bullied me every single year. I don't even want to go to the pool. They are so viciously hot that you will feel physically sick if you're outside too long. You can't go for a walk, and it's 10 o'clock at night right now. It's still over 100 degrees. It does not cool down, and there's not a breeze. The sun is like an oven, and there's no hydration at all in this air, so it just sucks the life out of you. In the last 4 years, I'm sure I aged about 10, because that is how dry it is out here, that it'll age you. In the last 4 years, my hair has barely grown. Yeah. It just breaks off in the shower. Oh, and also, out here, I guess it's very popular for your AC to break, because ours just broke and it was out for about a week. And so has a lot of other people in Vegas. And your AC breaking in 120-degree weather out here is not fun. That little portable AC thing that they'll try to put into your unit, that ain't gonna do nothing. Dumb fans is just blowing hot air on you. They make bank out here with your AC overheating and it breaking. Oh my gosh, I want to cry. The driving. Why do you guys drive like toddlers? You are not just thinking about yourself on the road. You're thinking for everybody else, because nobody knows how to drive. You will be driving in your lane, green light, and somebody will just pull out and be like, I'm just gonna cut you off right now. People drive drunk, so there's that. And your insurance is gonna go up a lot out here because there's accidents that happen all over every single day, every single hour. Domestic violence is pretty high out here. So you will hear your neighbors screaming at each other at some point. Don't know why. Probably because it's like gambling and prostitution is legal out here, and it's just so many avenues you can get into to destroy your marriage at home. So I can see how domestic violence and problems arise in the house. So you will hear people screaming at each other. And overall, it's just not a place to raise your family. And I feel like I've grown cold, and I've grown just distance from humans by living out here. So I cannot wait to leave. I cannot wait to be in a community again. I cannot wait to have moisture back into my skin. I cannot wait to eat food that doesn't taste like it was on the road for 4 days. I'm just very excited. So that is my overall experience. Not for me. I will never again in my...
So my family and I just moved to Las Vegas about a month ago. And if you're planning to move, let me tell you guys 3 things that you need to know. Number 1, I'm at a light. These people cannot drive out here. When I tell you they like super merge, like, they cannot drive. 1. 2, prepare to wait at the light for a long time. Like, I got caught by a red light, and I will be here. We're going to be here for at least 2-3 minutes. Lastly, I come from a place where if you are driving a mile, it'll take about a minute. Here, I'm driving 10 miles, and it's going to take me like 25 minutes. Welcome to Las Vegas. So my family and I just moved to Las Vegas about...
Okay, friends, now that we know some of the reasons why people move in or out of Nevada, I thought it'd be interesting now to put in stylist issues in Nevada. It seems like it's more of a transient area, and that's probably why people are having hair issues there. You know, with the stylist, nail techs, and all the things in between. If you're from Nevada, you have a little more insight. Please feel free to share below on your experiences, whether you love it, hate it, or anything in between. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm so late with these replies, but no, it really is hard. Like, I never had this much trouble finding my nail tech, my eyebrow lady, and who else? My nail tech, my eyebrow lady, and somebody to do my hair, like, consistently. But hopefully it'll get better. If not, I'm gonna have to do my own hair, which I don't want to do, but I can, but I don't want to.
If you live in or are planning on traveling to Vegas, please avoid Misbehave Beauty Salon at literally
all costs. Okay, so this happened back in April, I believe. But anyways, I was in Vegas for an event, and I thought that I could go without dyeing my hair. As you can see, it's red, okay? But I had realized while I was there, it was super faded, my roots were super grown out, and I really needed to get my hair done. Like, it was horrible. So I did some Googling, and I stumbled upon Misbehave Beauty Salon. Overall, they had, like, good reviews, but I didn't actually check the reviews, and I wish I did. Because all of the recent reviews were talking about how much of a scam they were. And they truly are a huge scam. So anyways, on their website, they had a price list of all of their services. A single process, which is root to tip color, $120, I believe, and then a bang trim was $30. So I was expecting to pay $150 plus tip, which is, in my opinion, pretty good. So anyways, I go in and I ask her to do something a little bit different. I wanted a little more violet added to the color instead of just straight red. She said, okay, no problem. She starts coloring my hair and she stops right here. And I was like, oh, she starts tying my hair up. And I was like, oh, what about the ends? And she goes, oh, yeah, well, you only booked a single process. And I said, yeah, single process is root to tip. And she goes, oh, no, that's a double process. And I said, a double process is when you bleach first, though. And she goes, no. And so I didn't want to argue. So I was like, okay, I guess double process then, please. Like, I'm not walking out of here with two-toned hair. So she finishes coloring the rest of my hair. She goes to wash me. Okay. She asked me if I wanted a hair treatment. I said, no, thank you. She gives me a deep conditioning treatment anyway. And I was like, oh, I guess this must be included. This is nice. I've never had this before. Wrong. Nope. So we go back to the chair. She cuts my bangs. Great. They look fabulous. She goes to blow me out. And I'm happy with the result. I go to pay. Ready? $150 is the original price I thought it was going to be, right? Maybe a little extra because of the double process, because I did not feel like arguing, but I'm not stupid. So I go to pay. Tell me why. $420 and something cents is on the screen. $420. Confused, I asked the lady at the register. I was like, I'm a little confused here. Can you please break down these charges for me? Because I'm not understanding. She told me it is $195 for the double process, $30 for the bang trim, $30 for the deep conditioning treatment I didn't ask for, $150 I think for the blowout, or maybe it was $130 something. I don't know. And then state taxes. I told her, first of all, a double process is when you bleach hair first. I know this because my mom is a hairdresser and she has been for 20-something years. Now, before anybody asks me why I didn't have my mom do my hair, if your mom is a hairdresser, you know that they like to do what they want to do with your hair, and it's just a hassle, so I don't let her do anything except trim my hair anymore because she just always wants to color it the way she wants to color it. Anyways, so I told her that I was willing to pay for the double process, even though that's not what that was, but I was not told that the deep conditioning treatment that I never asked for, that I actually refused, was $30. I was never told the blowout is extra because that has always been included in coloring hair. You're literally, but I don't care. I'll walk out of here with my hair sopping wet. Don't play with me. And I was willing to pay for the $30 for the bang trim because that's what I asked for. But everything else was like ridiculous. So she goes to the hairdresser. She talks to her. The hairdresser comes over and is like, oh, well, you had to do a deep conditioning treatment with hair dye because if not, it's going to dry your hair out. And I was like, okay, but I was not told that it was going to be extra. You never told me that the blowout was going to be extra. And she was like, would you go to a steak dinner and not pay for the wine? And I was like, first of all, they would ask me if I wanted wine first. They wouldn't just pour me a glass of wine and then be like, okay, here's how much it is. Then they both tried arguing with me, saying that their customers don't like to be told that services are extra and they just like to be billed at the end. And I was like, I have never been to a salon like this in my entire life. And she was like, oh, well, if you're going to go to any other salon on the strip, it's like that. Everything's extra. And I was like, okay, well, I live in Manhattan. And in Manhattan, I pay literally $150 to get my hair colored and blown out. So how is Vegas more expensive than Manhattan? The math isn't mathing. So in the end, they ended up taking off the deep conditioning treatment, the blowout. I still got way overcharged. I didn't do the math in my head, but I'm pretty sure she tipped the hairdresser on my behalf, which I was going to do originally, but the way that she argued with me and tried comparing it to a steak dinner, I was so over it. But I added it up when I got home, and it was still $30 extra, so I'm pretty sure the cashier, or whatever, the receptionist, actually charged me a tip on my behalf before letting me pay. I asked for a receipt, and it wasn't until I left that I had realized that it wasn't itemized because I was literally on the verge of tears. I had a really bad day that day to begin with, and I was just over it, and I literally walked out of there sobbing my eyes out. So don't go to Misbehave Beauty Salon because they suck and they're scammers.
Okay, so this is well-needed information. If you go to Las Vegas, be careful about who you go to get your nails done. I went to this VIP nail salon in Vegas, and all I went there for was to get my nails done and my toes done. While I'm sitting on the chair and they're doing my nails and my toes, I didn't have much money to begin with anyway. They were like, oh, you need to get your eyelashes done because, you know, you would just look like a model if you did. And at first I was like, I don't do eyelashes. I just bought strip lashes. Like, I'd wear strips over getting my eyelashes done because I wear glasses. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it this once. So as I'm laying down in the chair and I'm getting my eyelashes done, like I said, never experienced it before. Don't know what to expect. She's telling me not to open my eyes. Cool, that's understandable. I can't like see her doing it during the process because I'm laying there with my eyes closed the whole time. And eventually she looks at my eyebrows. She's like, you need to get your eyebrows waxed. You need to get your top lip waxed. I have sensitive skin. I don't break out from like this acne and stuff. Like, this is 3 days post wax. And she just like put the wax on and did it. And then she did my eyebrows as well. They're not that bad. But my problem is my lashes. Like, I don't really like the way they look. I wanted natural lashes, but like some of them were not on a lash line. And literally the day of me getting it done, they were falling out. They were literally falling out. And it hurt like hell because at some point I just could not see because it was in like my eyeball area. And like the edges on this one, all gone. The ones that were supposed to be by my eye right here, gone. And you can like fucking see the glue right here, gone. The ones on this end is also gone. Like, I don't even want to go back because I feel like they're not going to refund me. I don't want them doing it again because I don't want to sit in that chair again. Like, I don't know. I did reviews to see like if it was a good place as well. And the reviews were very positive. So I was expecting to get my eyelashes done properly if I was going to do it, or at least trust them. But like I said, some of the lash like clusters or whatever it's called, it's not even on like my eyelash like where it's supposed to be. Like this one. I'm so irritated. And the fact that I got bumps on my face, I just feel so ugly. I hate it so much. So be careful.
Part 2. After he did the test strand, he came back and he left, came back, didn't seem interested or willing to do anything actually. He seemed like really dismissive, honestly. And granted, I'm just kind of like in person quite shy. See, it won't stop. And it'll keep going until the hair just totally falls off. But he decided, you know, oh, I'm going to hand you off to another girl to do your hair. And her idea was to do a smudge. Now, again, mind you, he said the night before, I'm going to do it personally. I'm sorry that we couldn't get you to be blonde like you wanted to. I'm going to do what I can to make it right. And I'm not going to charge you because we need to make it right. Then when I told him that there was a pink and it was from Ion, and he, you know, first he was accusing me that I used henna in my hair. Oh, I had to have used something that it's like a permanent dye. Yada, yada, yada. So that's when I showed him what I used in my hair, which again, prior, the same color I've used it before, I was personally able to remove it myself with the bleach or with a color remover. I've done both and it's worked just fine. So I lost track. Again, he said he would do it free the next time I come in, the full service, whatever needed to be done to make it right so I can look presentable, and he was going to do it himself. Now fast forward, he does the test strands, and like I already showed you in part 1, the hair just keeps melting off, and it's because he did again from the band down to the root, to the ends, and left me there for 20 minutes, so my hair's melting off. Long story short, he hands me off to another girl and says, all I can do for you, since this isn't the salon's fault, because you put a box dye in your hair. As far as I understand, Sally's not box dye, but if it is, fine. But they don't use like ammonia or peroxide or any of those heavy, harsh chemicals, and it wasn't a permanent dye either. It was a semi-permanent meant to be washed out after X amount of washes. So it shouldn't be this complicated. He wanted to hand me off to some other girl at the salon, and she recommended a root smudge, which, yeah, that's fine, that's great. But you want to know something? I walked in with a natural root smudge. So basically, you're going to have me leave the salon with this almost the same exact hair that I walked in with. And now, on top of it, he wanted to charge me. Hold on for part 2.
To try to find me a nail salon to get my nails done at. It's Friday evening, so it's probably going to be pretty hard to find a last minute shop. But yeah, let's go find a nail shop to get my nails done. So I went to Posh Nails because I've been here before and I had really good experience. And I was going to go ahead and pick out my nail color here, as you can see. But first thing that rubbed me wrong is that she sat here and cut my real nails. Like, I did not tell you to cut my real nails. I was here to get an overlay or whatever you call it, get gel on my nails. So now I have on these tips because she messed up. So as she's going ahead and putting the gel on my nail, I'm noticing like it's real thick. Like, look at this. This is real thick, real square, real thick. Not what I asked for at all. So I told her it was too thick when she asked if it was okay, and she acted like she got an attitude about it. We sat here for 36 minutes, no joke, I timed it, while she kept going back and forth between my fingers trying to file it down more and more. Legit, y'all, when I got here, it was full of people. There's nobody left in the salon. Like, it's just me. To make matters worse, I was charged $75 for these nails that I didn't even want, although I was quoted $55 when I walked in-house. When I asked why there was a discrepancy, I was told that that included the lady's tip for doing my nails. I was very upset by this, but I decided I would just call my bank and dispute the transaction later because I was not provided the services that I went in for. Anyways, here are the nails. They are very thick. Don't know if you can tell.
So, story time. I got married on 1/12/2023 at the Flamingo in Las Vegas. My ceremony started at 4 o'clock. I was supposed to be there at 3:30. I let my mother find my makeup artist. This is where things went wrong. So my mother finds this woman online. I didn't ask questions. We all communicated. I verified that things were fine. She was going to show up at noon for the day of to make sure that me and my mother could both get our hair and makeup done for the ceremony and that everything would be done and ready in time. She even said that she would meet us in our room because it was easiest that way and everything of the sort. Because apparently a lot of makeup artists in Vegas do that, which is fine. Day of, she's supposed to be there at 12 and it's quiet when I wake up at 11:30. Mind you, I wake up late because I'm a night shift person, but so I contact her. She says she's running late, but she's on her way. More time passes. My mother-in-law pretty much gets ready. My now husband brings me coffee because I'm getting anxious, and she's still MIA. So at about 1 o'clock, she says she's almost there. Okay. She says it's not a big deal because the makeup should take the longest and hair shouldn't take too long based on what I want. Okay. Mind you, 1:45, she's MIA. Silent. Nowhere to be found. Not getting back to us. Nothing. I freak out. I start calling our front desk, who of course is like, wait, you get married at 3:30, your makeup artist is a complete gone in the wind, and you get married in an hour and a half. Yes, I do. This woman shows up at 2 o'clock for an appointment. She was supposed to be there at noon. 2 hours late, making up all these excuses on why other appointments that sprung up that morning were more important because she had a contract with them. Mind you, I've worked retail, I've worked in service. She should have let me know literally the morning she woke up and saw that she had another appointment that she had to go to before mine and should have contacted me. Yeah, it would have sucked, but I would have spent time finding the person. Mind you, she's late. She's so late. My mother missed the ceremony completely, and she gave her less than 20% off the services and thought that that was okay. Somebody please get this to the right page so people can know that she's not to be trusted and tried.
I had a horrible experience, and I'm going to use this crazy filter because I feel like this is what the lady wanted me to look like. So first off, I went in just for like fine lines, some like deep pores, and some like discoloration on my skin. So I just went specifically for skincare purposes. And as soon as I walked in, she was like, if you had a magic wand and wanted to fix anything, I told her those are my 3 things I want to fix. And she like looked at me and she was like, and that's it? And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's it. And she's like, well, I can tell you like right off the bat, like your face is not symmetrical. And like, you know, like one side is a lot fuller than the other. And I feel like we really should fix that. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I know like my face is like super like not symmetrical, but like I've just grown to accept it and like I don't mind it. And she was like, no, like you do not have to learn to accept that. Like we can fix that. And I was like, okay, but like I don't want that. Like I literally just went for skincare and she was already trying to talk about like Botox and filler. And I was like,
she's like, you know, I can like gain your trust through the skincare process, and then we can make your face symmetrical. Because, oh yeah, she goes, what do you do for work? And I told her I do like OF, and she was like, because I know that like when I was a waitress and I made money off my face and my body, that like I made more money than the other girls because my face was symmetrical. And like at the end of the day, you'll make more money if your face is more symmetrical. I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm cool. I'm chilling. I like the way I look. I just want my freaking skin to be a little bit better. And then she asked me, like, what's the previous place I went to? And I told her how I'd done, like, microneedling. And she was like, oh, yeah, that place, they should have done PRP microneedling. But the owner, he's, like, a Jew or something. And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, like, what's that one religion where, like, they don't believe in, like, blood and, like, they don't want to deal with it. And, like, even if you're dead, like, I think it's the Jews. Maybe it's the Jehovah's. And I was like, I don't know. And I didn't care. I was like, okay. And she was like, oh, I just sound so, like, rude against religion right now. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was like, maybe, I don't know. She was so rude. And then she just kept telling me, like, all these things that I didn't want to do with my face about, like, Botox and filler. And then she was like, well, hold on. Oh, yeah. And then she was like, what skincare products are you using? And I was like, oh, I'm using, like, SkinCeuticals, Skin Medica, and, like, the Zio brand. And she was like, ugh, those brands so bad. Like, it's because the last place used those. That's probably why. But I do not recommend those. Like, those are so bad for you. And then, like, as I go to, like, leave, she's pushing her brand of products that she made. And, like, maybe they're great, but, like, come on. It was just, like, I felt so yucky leaving that place. And I felt so crappy about myself. Then I went in.
Black business of Las Vegas. See your work? I want somebody in a shop. Shop. I want someone licensed. Licensed. Y'all gotta stop. A person demographic where she work don't determine the outcome of the work. I had to fix this. I had to fix all of that. You know how traumatizing it was for her? How hard it was for me? She said she received a refund. But then again, y'all be in this group hooping and hollering like hyenas. And look what I had to fix. I'll post the results. But all that, they need to be licensed. They need to be in the shop. They need to be blessed at their gift and love what they doing. That's what they need.
All right, y'all. Y'all already know how I feel about non-licensed stylists. And as far as the shop, I agree with her. You don't have to be inside a shop. However, you do want to go get your license if your state requires it for what you're doing. No matter how skilled you think you are, you still need to learn about diseases, mixing of chemicals, all those things. As a matter of fact, in this upcoming video that's coming right after I'm finished talking to you guys, you're going to see what happens when somebody that doesn't know what they're doing does to somebody. And I'm going to give you a trigger warning. It is not cute. So yes, it's important to be licensed regardless of how she feels about her craft. Yeah, her hairstyles might be cute, but are you willing to risk all the things that come with a non-licensed stylist? Now, whether you're in your house, out on the street corner, however you're doing hair, nails, everything in between, if your particular services requires a license, please go get that license. And if it requires follow-up certificates for sanitation or whatever the new thing is that's out there, please be sure to go get that. So I don't care how cute your hair is. If I come back with a scalp infection, a nail infection, or a lash or eyelid infection, and it's your fault, your client they can sue you. I don't know how else to put that. But anyway, so let's get into the videos. Like I said, it's a trigger warning because the next clip coming up is a little disturbing. And I try to cut out, the results just because I didn't want to show the person's face. If you want to look for it, you can look for it on your own. So let's get back into it, guys.
Another horrible lock story time. My client came to me after being experimented on. You can see how the locks are moving. He has just way too many locks on his head, and his roots were used as a support system. His hair is too fine and not strong enough to have so many locks. The stylist that did this to him, glued down a closure, a net, and pulled his roots through the net to keep the closure in the net on to support all of these locks. And you can see right here how it literally was just popping his roots. He told me his story. It was so sad. For 3 months, he had to see this woman weekly because he couldn't figure out how to live with this hairstyle. To the point that he began to pray to God. When you start praying to God about your hair, that's when you know it's extreme and it's extremely sad. He was looking for someone to repair his hair, and he ended up at my sister's shop. She called me saying, sis, I have someone that needs a miracle done. I can't help him. She sent him over to me. He came over in literally 10 minutes. He got to my shop. We did a consultation. I told him we can fix this. We will do something about it. He was like, when can you get me in? I'm ready right now. I got him in as soon as possible. And as you can see, I just began to remove what was supposed to be helping him, which actually harmed him more, harmed his roots, harmed his hair, his locks that he's been growing for so many years, sacrificed to an experiment by another stylist that had no idea what she was doing. So he came to Black Hair Shop again to get my healing hands in his head to restore his confidence. He trusted the process and the results was amazing. I was so happy to help him. I removed everything she had on his head, removed the glue, removed all of those locks, and I took his natural locks and created this method to use the hair that he have without sacrificing it. Said, put me on rotation. I need to see you once a month.
Let me share with you the trauma that I went through at the salon. So I'm going on a trip soon, so I decided to get my hair done. I wanted to go dark for the fall. So I get to the salon. I'm super excited because, I'm going to get my hair done. Okay, so she's done with my hair and I start noticing this right here. It's like a reddish brown. I'll show you a picture. So clearly I did not like it and neither did she. She was not happy with the work that she had done and so she decided to redo it. I was only going to do the top so she wouldn't have to put more bleach in the back. So she just did this top. So after she's done, it's worse. So now I got a lot more orangey, pinkish color all throughout my hair. So she's already messed up my hair twice and she charges me, I pay her. She knows I'm not really happy with it. I feel bad for her because I know she knows that it does not look good. So she does ask me, do you want me to do it one more time? So she bleached it again for the third time. And again, I have chunks of pink and orange hair throughout here. The top, it's like a big money piece she had put here. And then the back is like an orangey reddish. At this point, she can tell that I'm really frustrated. I mean, I can't play it off, I'm not smiling. I didn't even want to walk out of the salon like this. So I get home and it just looked really bad. And I'm going on a trip, guys. I needed it fixed. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and try to do it myself. So I got the products, did it myself. Well, the next morning it looked better. However, I still wasn't happy. There was still a lot of red copper pulling out of my hair. And I decided to text the lady that did my hair. I felt like I needed not my money back for what she did, but the money for the products that I purchased afterwards. I'd spent $47 and I thought like, it's not fair that I have to go and buy these products and do my hair myself. But she responded and she basically said no. She wasn't going to give me any money back. I just called it a loss. And so now, as you can see, I still have a lot of the light going on and this is not what I wanted, but better than it was before. Top is much darker. So I'm just going to leave it like that.
Black in Nevada Heart PT.1. A story about how, about the first time I got my hair done in Nevada and clearly I have locks and this shit sucked. Okay. So quick side note, because we're all about side notes. I did my hair now, like done by me for free 99. Anyway, I needed my hair done. I got recommended to this girl. She said, hey, she did my mama braids, but she does locks. I think she'll do a good job on you. I messaged her and I asked, hey, mind you, this a month in advance. Hey, can I book for this day? She said, I don't do that. Message me and text me closer to the time and we'll get your appointment. I said, cool. Another side note, I finally gets time. Anyway, so I messaged her 2 weeks before my appointment. I said, hey, can we do this time, 4 o'clock, da, da, da. She says, yes, that's fine. Okay, so I'm accustomed to somebody confirming their appointment the day of. She did not do that. So I text her 7 o'clock the day of my appointment, said, hey, are we still on? She texted me 2 hours before my appointment is to say, yeah, we're still on and give me her address. And I still asked her how you want to get paid. She didn't answer. So eventually she told me she can do that. I said, cool. I got over there. And the house wasn't messed up, but it was her husband, her mom, and her dog. Again, cool, whatever. I get there and she looked me dead in my face and said, oh, you need your hair washed? Bitch. She commits to washing my hair. The problem is my hair is not lathering. Like you wash your hair at least twice. The first one breaks down all the dirt. The second one lathers up and it cleans your hair. It was not lathering. So she ended up needing to go upstairs for something. And during upstairs, this is my time to say, hey, I can figure out what's happening. So mind you, I'm at the sink with my head like this. All my hair is coming forward. So I'm like pushing my hair out and I'm looking to the right because that's where the products is. Bitch. So I look to my right and she washing my hair with Tresemme in a white bottle, y'all.
the $2 Tresemme. At this point, I should have aborted mission because for one, I forgot to tell y'all, but homegirl charging me $130 for this, $130, and you using what on my hair? For instance, I use Design Essentials on my hair. That's salon grade shit. Don't charge me $130 and use $2 products. No, ma'am. But anyway, at this point, I'm like, okay, well, let's just change the style. At first, I was gonna have like a lock. I was gonna have a ponytail on the top of my head that was curls and like two little things out. But I was like, you know what? Just give me a lock knot bob because I was trying to get out here quicker. She said that's gonna cost more. I said how much? She didn't tell me. She committed to doing a lock knot bun. She was like, well, can you show me what it looked like? I showed her what it looked like. This woman could not for a life of me do it. I had to show her. She had to look up a video on how to do it. And I'm like, at this point, do you know how to do the style? I have locks. There's no way that I'm leaving my hair wet and it's not getting moldy. You need to dry your hair. If any girls with locks don't think so, dry your motherfucking hair. Okay? So she says, oh, you don't need to, but it makes the style look better. So she commences to drying my hair for all of 30 minutes and then trying to run me out her house talking about something. Oh, well, I'm going to let you go. Bitch, no. Mind you, my appointment's at 4 o'clock. I didn't leave it till 9:30. So don't be trying to rush me out now that you tired and that my hair is half-ass dry. Like, nah, we gonna spend all the time you spent taking your time doing my motherfucking hair to let it dry. But she didn't do that. And I ain't say that. I said, okay, whatever. So I get from under the dryer and I'm asking her how much it is. So she's telling me $150. $150? Not for Tresemme. Tresemme. Ooh la la. Not for Tresemme with my black ass. No. So I paid her. I gave her money because I don't not pay people. But baby, I left and cried in my car. I was so mad. I paid $150 for you to play in my face. Won't be happening again. This is my last and quick side note because the light is going down. But like the reason I was sad, my hair looks fine. It was okay. But my girl in Houston got me right. She was a beautician. She charged me $75. I gave her $100 off it because she did my hair well. She talked to me. The ambiance was good. She shampooed and conditioned my hair. She deep conditioned my hair. She scratched my hair and made me feel like I was actually getting a service done and I was taking care of myself. This girl had me fucked up. So if y'all gonna get your hair done, because I can do my hair myself, as we can see, I did it myself, then I need something better. I need better quality for the $150. Have a good day. Okay, this is my actual last side note. She messaged me and said that she forgot to take a picture of the finished product and wanted to know if I could send her a picture of my finished hair. Baby, you gotta be shitting me. No, you cannot use me as promo. No, you cannot post me on your page to say about how much a good job you did. No, what you can do is upgrade yourself, upgrade your life, upgrade your products, boo. That's all I'm saying. Won't be on her again. Yeah, have a good day.
I never thought that I would be the one to go through this. I never did. Never. In a million years you could have asked me. You guys, a horror story of my hair. It might not look bad to you right now, but let me start from the beginning. I booked with a girl from Facebook for a boho bob knotless braids. She sent me the braids, she sent me the gel I had to buy, and she told me this is what I needed for the look. I get the fucking knotless braids, like braiding hair, and then she tells me, oh, you are getting a bob. You needed the short version, the bob version. I didn't even know they sold bob versions of braiding hair. I thought they was all the same length. And she's like, so, and this is the night before. This is last night, mind you. She says, you're going to have to get regular length of braids. And I'm gonna have to do it bigger because I have a client ahead of you, so that's going to cut into my client time. So instead of small, you're going to have to get medium, and you're going to have to get regular mid-back length. And she charged me more. But yeah, even though it was her mistake, that was the first red flag. I should have never booked with her, and she charged me more for her mistake. Anyways, I get there, get my hair done. She has no mirror next to us, and she did my hair in like 2.5 hours. That should have been my first red flag. I'm going to put in a video of the actual hair. She tells me she can't grip my edges. I'm like, okay, leave them out. Didn't know it was like all this. Didn't know that. I'll put a video in so I get like a real close video. I'll insert that in. And then I asked her to redo my hair after I left, I went like 10 minutes, went to my grandma's house. We looking at the hair. She's like, no, you need your money back. Like, this is a no. I didn't tip her because I didn't like the hair. So I was like, you know what, I'll try to fix it. I didn't see this at first. I just looked in the mirror like, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this top. Like, this is not okay. And it's not in the middle. And I should have knew the bitch didn't know what the do when she was parting my hair from the side. She stood on the side of me and just parted. It's, you know, people getting it like in the front of you and like get to the parts. No, she didn't do that. She just parted from the side and kept it lit. So anyways, I get to my grandma's house, who lived 10 minutes away, and I text her like, hey, we gotta do this. This is too big, and we gotta redo these because this looks bad. And it's like stuff sticking up. I'll show the videos real close and personal because you can't really tell. And I have a trip in 2 days. Like, I need my hair done. So she's not responding to me. I text her phone because I'm writing her on Facebook. I forgot she gave me her number. So I text her phone. No response. I text again. I'm blocked. I have someone else reach out to her, and it goes through and she's responding to them, talking smack. Not seeing nothing wrong with her work. I sent her the video that I'm finna show you guys at the end. I sent her that video. She sees nothing wrong with it. She's like, I told you it was going to be bigger than small. Girl, these look horrible. I can't even put my hair up. Like, I didn't have like bad braids that I didn't really care for, so I just put my hair up and had like the little bohos hanging out and kept it like going. No, I can't even do that. I can't do that. Let me put the video in and I'm gonna show the messages that she was like talking smack in.
Okay. Wait. I cannot see what I'm doing. Where are them down straight pieces that I keep finding? Like, I don't know what this is. They're like all over though. I don't know what they are. Yeah.
I feel like curly girls should empathize with this. Once you find somebody that can do a decent blowout for less than $100 and you can text them a day before you need it done, I'm never doing my hair again. So that's what's happening. I'm headed to the east side of Vegas to go see Natalia to go get this blowout. And she's gonna burn the fuck out of my hair. And what about it? And what about it? Okay, the salon's on Sahara in Maryland. When you walk inside, everybody's speaking Spanish. Just ask for Natalia. You're not gonna get like a glass of wine and like all the bougie shit. Like, this is bare bones salon. Yeah, she starts my roller set. She does not sneak relaxer into her roller sets. I know that's like pretty common practice in Dominican salons. And then she puts this little net thing and puts me under the dryer for like 45 minutes where I basically just work and pray for patience because it's fucking hot. By this time, I'm literally staring at her like, please come and get me, like I'm done. She takes the rollers out and starts to blow dry. I really have not noticed a change in my curl pattern at all. After this, she does like a pass and a half with the flat iron, but my hair feels fine. This is the final product, stick straight middle part. If you want to book with her, you can text her. Oh, there she is. She's so sweet. Yeah, text her number, tell her I sent you. Bye.
So I'm coming on here looking a mess, but y'all should be used to that by now. And I have been contemplating about doing this video. Y'all didn't hear that. But I just really think, I know this video is necessary. A lot of you guys know me, if you've been following me, of like, doing natural hair, go from bald-headed chicken to luscious hair. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen the process and everything. Y'all trust me by now. Y'all gotta trust me. It really and I know that like in all seriousness, I'm unserious, but this is a serious matter. With spooky season upon us, I got a real fucking horror story for y'all asses. This is the first time I ever went to a shop for a sewing. Like, usually I do my own sewings and everything. So this was her braid down. The braids weren't too tight. But when she got to my head with that needle and thread, I took it down within 3 days because it just hurt too much. I couldn't go to sleep. And this is what I was feeling. Look at this. 3 days, that much shedding. And it's not just small little hairs. That's actually I'm being very gentle and hair is just falling. I didn't want to brush it. I was too scared to brush it. That's just me swiping it with my hands. Look at the despair on my face. Y'all, this is the aftermath. Bald spots. Not just one. Look. 2 of them. ripped from the root of my hair. Imagine how excruciating. I can't even see, so sorry about that angle, but imagine how excruciating that was. Squeaky clean ball. I'm rubbing it. I'm in disbelief. I just think as a hairstylist, it should just be the care of somebody's hair should be more important about how like the style comes out. And she just didn't have no regard about the health of my hair at all. She sewed it super, super tight. When I brought it to her attention, she didn't want to take any responsibility for it. She was like, oh yeah, this is definitely caused by tension, but somebody must have like pulled your hair or something. And that's what really pissed me off because she didn't take no responsibility for it. And she said that I must have gotten into a fight or something and somebody like pulled my hair because it's definitely from tension, but it can't be from her sewing my hair in too fucking tight. So yeah, wigs are mandatory.
Look, I'm sorry I keep coming on here in a bonnet, but it just seems like every time somebody pisses me off and I have a rant, my hair is not done. So here we are, me with the bonnet on again, because you know what I do all day? I watch nail videos, okay? I watch nail videos. Just like, this, it's my education, okay? It's how I educate myself. It's how I get better, okay? Whenever I watch a video of someone using an e-file or a drill, there's always another person in the comments talking about how, oh, I don't want you to grind my nails, and don't use that grinder, and like, oh, gel damaged my nails, or acrylic damaged my nails, and it took this long to grow back. The product did not damage your nails. The product did not damage your nails. The product did nothing to your nails. It was the technician. It was the inexperienced nail tech that you let damage your nails. If they're filing your nails and that shit burns, tell them to stop. Tell them to stop. Stop the service. Don't keep going back. Why would you keep going back until your nails are paper thin? Why would you do that? It's insanity. Literally insanity. I don't understand it. When you're looking for a nail tech, don't go to your local nail shop. Don't go to the nail shop right next to your house because it's convenient for you. Don't book someone based off of price because you don't want to pay someone who actually has skill. Look for someone with skill and be willing to pay them. Stop fucking complaining about how much something costs. You want your nails to last? Pay for it! You see a woman with beautiful nails on? Ask her where she got her nails done. Ask her how much she pays. I bet you she only gets her nails done like once a month. Because when you go somewhere to a skilled and experienced nail tech, your nails will last. You don't need to go every 2 weeks. When you go to a chop shop, it's designed for you to have to go back. They do it like that on purpose. They want you to have to go back every 2 weeks. My clients, once a month. I be wondering, like, where's Sheila? I haven't seen her in weeks. Where is she? Is she gonna come back? Yeah, she's just over there enjoying the nails that I did on her that are lasting. I don't damage my clients' nails. Ooh, that was gross. I don't damage my clients' nails. I help them, protect them. I consult my clients and say, what are your nail goals? All of my clients can have long, healthy, strong nails if they want to. My drill never touches their nail plate. There's no damage being done. I'm a professional nail tech. I'm a licensed motherfucking professional nail tech, and I have experience and I know what the fuck I'm doing. You people are pissing me off. It angers me. It angers me how often I see traumatized people. And you know what? Every time I ask them, I say, where were you going? To the nail shop right next to my house. Stop trying to find the easiest, fastest, most convenient place, or stop fucking complaining that somebody damaged your nails. It is their job to do your nails as fast as they can. Nail techs are told to go to chop shops if they want to improve their speed, because they force you to go fast. You don't have time for quality. So So you need to book with the private nail tech that sets their own times and their own prices and pay their prices, because I guarantee you will get your money's worth when you book based off of skill and not price. Ask questions, and if you don't like the way the service is going, stop it. Don't continue to go back, and don't let them keep going. Fuck. Oh, shit. I'm hot. Sitting here yelling at the goddamn phone. I'm sitting here yelling at my phone.
So guys, my client went to the nail salon and proceeded to get eyelash extensions. And as you can see, it pulled out pretty much all of her real eyelashes. So I know everybody want that $50, $100 holla for some eyelash extensions, but this is the result of cheap servicing. Please stop it. Please save your coins. Tax time is around, sis. Go get one of them boyfriends.
Okay, y'all. So as y'all know that I was doing hair out the house. Okay. I was doing hair out the house, and boom, I get a letter in the mail stating that I need to stop doing hair in the house. And I'm from the Bay Area. You feel me? So we do hair in the house. I mean, if we got to do what we got to do, we got to do what we got to do. And on my behalf, I had to do what I had to do for my kids. And at the time, I didn't want to be in no hair salon, and I just didn't do it. I didn't go to no salon. I was doing hair out the house or whatever. Okay. So State Board hit me up or whatever, and they gave me 2 warnings, okay? The first one, I'm like, what the fuck is they talking about? Then I am not lying to you. 2 days later, I got another one, and it said, booyah, you need to cash out $2,000 because you're breaking the law. You're doing with stuff you're not supposed to be doing. They said I'm operating and running a business out of my home, and I'm like, I'm not running a business. I'm just taking care of family and friends, okay? So a motherfucker was hating or whatever. They wanted money from me. You feel me? The big goat. You feel me? They knew I was making big checks. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I was like, hell no, I'm finna appeal this shit because they got me fucked up. Like, no, you're not finna get $2,000 out of me, period. I'm not finna do it. That's out. Talking big shit. You feel me? Like, no. I'm not running a business, for one. And for two, I do got my Las Vegas cosmetology license, okay? I'm licensed out here in these streets. I'm not just operating on motherfuckers' heads and shit. Like, what the fuck y'all think I'm out here doing? Anywho, they had me fucked up. I went ahead and appealed the motherfucker. So the next date was court date. Okay, they did this shit on Zoom, and I was so mad because I wanted to tear all their motherfucking heads off because they all was money hungry. And matter of fact, it was about 2 or 3 black motherfuckers in there, and I'm looking at you like you looking at me. I'm looking at you. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we not gonna rock with each other? Like, y'all could at least gave me a warning. Y'all gave me 1 warning, and then 2 days later, I got another one. So all I got to say to the motherfucking State Board is that they can kiss my motherfucking black ass. Okay. So with all that being said, I'm telling y'all, State Board be watching my TikToks. State Board be lurking on my Instagram. State Board be watching me like a motherfucking goat. Okay. They be watching me like a motherfucking stalker. So if y'all working at the house doing any motherfucking services in Las Vegas, y'all be careful because these motherfuckers is lurking and they want $2,000 out of your motherfucking ass. All right, guys, that's it, and that's all. Thank you, as always, for coming back to the channel. I will try to get some more videos out to you within the next few days. If you guys had any issues with any of the hurricanes, I hope that everything works out for you. And if you didn't, please keep those people in your thoughts and prayers, guys. Like I said, you know, we're praying for everybody. But until the next video, guys, bye.